I'm so sick of this chick, man. Bro, like
what we got now?
Like, bro, the disrespect is so crazy. Like, I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life, bro. But hey, it is what it is. So there's this Texas Congresswoman named Jasmine Crockett, and she's been quite the center of attention since she's been in office. She's been very disrespectful. She's disrespect anyone she has an issue with or disagrees with her. She once in a Senate meeting called a white woman a child. And the sad part about it, there's a portion of Black America that actually supported the disrespect and justified it by saying that's the way we talk, not understanding that that's how we talk when we're around each other. It's not professional. She also disrespected another white man at a Senate meeting, told him to shut up, and then called him a racist. And then she's been recently disrespecting Trump, caused a scene at the presidential address yesterday. And then she also been disrespecting Elon Musk. And also she ended up making a video mimicking Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, where she actually attempted to crip walk, which is a gang dance that was not invented by them, but it was taken from a 1950s dancer who had one leg and they called him Crip. And so that's the backstory behind it. And then I'll send y'all the video one day, probably tonight or tomorrow. But anyway, it's been used in a very negative light when it was once something that was inspiring motivation for handicapped people to, hey, you can still live and succeed and do things. So let me play this clip. And I'm gonna play a couple of clips of her before we even talk about it, because she's been doing way too much.
Go forward.
It's a terrible nightmare. Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up. This is a terrible nightmare. Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up.
All right, so let me go to the other one. Hold your thoughts. Hold your thoughts. God damn. Hold your thoughts. Hey, Big Yogi. Okay, hold on. Let me go to the other video, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna show one more video, okay?
All right, go for it.
You putting it on the screen?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm looking for the video, y'all. Give me a second. I thought I had, oh, there you go. All right, so let me share it real quick. Yeah, man, she's been doing a whole lot, bro.
Yeah, she stay in the news or on somebody's timeline.
Yeah,
it definitely is being pushed.
I'm gonna get it on the flow.
You really about to do it?
40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
They get on it like that.
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like buck. Must be on a beat, bro. Deep boy, in the rap. He a freak, though. Man down, call like Ember Lamb. Tell him breathe. Let them boys to the cross, they walk around like thieves. What's up with these?
All right, before we get into it, before we get into it,
What in the K-Dot blasphemy? What in the blasphemy?
regardless of the agreement and disagreement about that halftime show, all I've seen that come out of that shit was ignorance and a bunch of fake woke niggas who ain't never did nothing to help the black community. Now, again, it's not about K-Dot.
Yeah.
But look what's happening, because we are a nation of followers. We literally sit here, have a nation's representative that's in office under oath, which means you're supposed to have a higher level of professionalism.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't tell the difference between her and Sexy Red.
Oh, not Sexy Red.
Yeah. So with that being said, who want to go first? Go ahead.
Well, I like to give flowers before I do any bashing on people, man.
Go ahead.
She's a very educated and knowledgeable young lady, first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? And I commend her on her career and being able to get to the point where she is today. You know, what I think she's failing to realize, though, is that when we get to these levels and these positions as black people, you know what I mean, or people of color, whatever you want to call us, you know what I'm saying? You know, the names get so miscued at times. So whatever you want to call us, we have to learn that we have to hold ourselves to a different level of not only integrity, but professionalism. Because they already judging you right off the bat. They looking for you to mess up. They looking for you to be ghetto. They looking for you to be loud. They looking for you to be out of pocket and doing things that misrepresent us as a people. You understand what I'm saying? So she has to be very mindful about the things she do. You get what I'm saying? Like, I love her vigor, you know what I mean? I love her vigor, you know, because you need that kind of vigor in the Senate, in the House, and all these kind of things. Because if you don't, man, them houses of representatives can get real tough, bro. If you ain't standing up, man, they will run over you up in there. You know, they get in shouting matches in there at times. You know what I mean? It happens. It happens. But like I say, she just has to be more mindful of the position that she holds and how she's representing us as a people. You know what I mean? But I love people being unapologetically black. You know what I mean? I love that type of shit. It's a way to do it though when you're in the public eye though, you know, especially in the position like she's in. You know what I mean? Because you got to go in here, talk to these high representatives and White House staff members and all these type of things. So you got to kind of check a lot of shit at the door. And I think she get away from there from time to time, but shout out to the queen. I still love her, even though I don't agree with everything she do.
All right, King.
Yeah.
Your thoughts.
Yeah, man. I like how you put that, Trust. I like how you gave her flowers and stuff because, you know, I've been looking at her for a couple of weeks now too, and seeing her on the radar, timelines, the news cycles, CNN, MSNBC. Every time there's something going on, they got talking about her. And now, you know, I do try to balance out what I'm checking out, and I'll look at some left-wing news media or podcasts or right-wing podcasts or people that's in the middle, just people talking, just listen. And it's starting to filter over into the right-wing podcast where we're starting to see, like, you know, some of them are talking about who are up next on the Democratic list to be, candidates for president. And this young lady, she's in the bottom like 4 or 5 out of the 20 people that's on there, but she's on the list. So to me, I want to first and foremost, like, because everything I'm about to say next, I want to direct it at a certain demographic of people. Like, there's an 80-20 thing going on in America right now. Anything that comes out is an 80-20 conversation. 80% of the people are in agreement of it. 20% are in the other opposing view. And it's being told to us like it's like a 50-50, like half the people think this and half the people think that, but it really is like an 80-20. And a lot of times it seems like these Democrats that are hanging on to that establishment stuff are like in that 20%. Like 80% of people are like okay with, the transgender thing being some laws about that. And the 20% are like, nah, they need to be included. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But with her, it's kind of like and I've seen it on a lot of podcasts. She's looking like this Trojan horse like they always send to us. And we never look at it in a sense of like, yeah, we've been saying the person who gets the blackface in a high place, and then they start to like either they forget where they come from, or they're mainly there to appease us to where we could say, hey, she's intelligent, she's loud, she's barking in the house, and you got to be able to stand your ground. We're saying that because what if the PowerPoints, what's that? What if the PowerPoints was for us to like that part, and they say we got to find somebody like that. Also, let's give them email talking points that we already know are a fact because of that one Asian the Democratic campaign leader for Kamala. She's Asian. She's defected to the Republicans now, so she's talking, and she's saying they were getting emails from an actual entity in the government telling them what they should say and what they should do. So what makes us think that we're not getting that same thing from Jasmine Crockett for them to just take this person from Texas, this new Congress lady, she happens to have the look, and have her say these things that maybe they are true, but they don't do anything for the constituents. They don't do anything for the Democratic Party. They're not any tools that says, hey, voters, this is how we're going to beat Trump, or this is how we're going to beat the Republicans. There's nothing that she's saying that's saying that. So to me, it's like, okay, she's a Trojan horse. They're playing this game to get us to feel softer and weaken us a little bit to where we're like, oh man, Jasmine Crockett, this and that. And then come 2027, they're going to try to usher her up there with Gavin Newsom and her to be vice. They're going to try to put her in the vice part again. Then they're going to see how Gavin Newsom is not strong by 2026, and they're going to try to push her for like the main thing. Not the main candidate, but she'll be in the limelight. She'll be up there in the limelight. And this is how they're trying to get black folks to stay on the plantation and to go back into this thing. Oh, we're going to vote for a black woman. And y'all know how loud she's talking. She's strong and all. They got all of those things. So even us that's probably either in the middle or some of us that lean more to the right are already saying, man, she's educational, she's smart, she's this, she's that. So they already got us in the lane of like where they want it. When really in reality, she ain't speaking nothing but hot ass motherfucking air. Hot air. Just like they've been doing for the last 30, 40 years. Maxine Waters, she's the pinnacle top of what Jasmine Crockett is going to become. That's what Jasmine Crockett is going to become. Maxine Waters. Because AOC is already on her way to be a Maxine Waters, which is a queen of nothing burgers. The queen of nothing burgers. Meaning nothing is going to happen. They have 1 million nothing burgers sold. And that's what I'm saying. And not to get all like black power thing. And it's like, yeah, I like that it's a black woman. I like that she's, easy on the eyes. And she could be articulate. She could talk. She could maneuver. But the ghetto talk, like the whole hardcore talk or whatever you want to call it, I'll just say street talk, because even the ghetto talk is kind of derogatory. The street talk, we don't need that. We need you to go ahead and sound like those other ones that's in there where you at. Go ahead and figure out how to do that. We'll figure out the street talk of it. We'll do the memes and the street talks for you. We don't need you to do the street talk. We need you to be that strong sister that needs to be there. Because maybe 2032, you will be a presidential candidate that could run. Because right now, y'all number one, y'all got Kamala Harris. That's the number one candidate that they have for 2028 is Kamala Harris. And we just saw her lose in 2024. So that means the Democrats are not listening. They're not reading the room at all. They're not reading it at all. And Jasmine Crockett and us in the Altima with high fiving in the Altima doing 95 down the highway, that ain't it either. That ain't it either. Just because that just ain't. I just want to land my plane right there.
Yeah, for sure.